Welcome back. My name is Jim Boyle, the principal lawyer in the Boyle Law Firm. If you want to know more about me or my firm, go look at my website, jamesfboyle.com. In this video series, we're examining how to do your own simple Texas divorce. We're talking about an uncontested divorce with no children and relatively little property. If you're still with me, then you know you're going to need a series of documents. They're listed here. You'll be able to find these documents on my website. Go to the right-hand side of the page under, I think it's Other Resources. Look at Do It Yourself, and you'll be able to find these documents in PDF form available for download. And we've covered the original petition for divorce. In this video, we're going to continue with the final decree of divorce. So I am going to pause the video here and bring up the final decree. Welcome back. We're looking at a sample final decree of divorce. We've talked about the first part of this in the last video. We're going to continue on. In the last video, we stopped with the jurisdictional allegations, and probably the important provision here is that you have to wait 60 days from the time you file the divorce until you can make it final. The rest of this paragraph just recites the jurisdictional allegations. In other words, sets forth that the court has jurisdiction to grant the divorce. There's nothing magical about this language. If you go online and look up divorce decrees, I'm sure other forms have different language. They're all going to say about the same thing. The next provision here deals with the jury. It simply states that the jury trial was waived and the matter was submitted to the court. Remember, this is an uncontested divorce. If you need a jury, you've got a problem. Again, I've said this in the other videos. If there are children involved or if there's property involved, spend the money, hire a lawyer, have it done right. The child support and the child visitation provisions, they get complicated. Dividing up property the right way, so it's enforceable, so the division is enforceable. In other words, that can get complicated, and it's worth spending the money that you're going to spend on a lawyer to have those things done correctly, even if it's an uncontested divorce. All right, this next provision, agreement of the parties, it simply sets forth the idea that, Judge, we have reached an agreement. That agreement is contained in this final decree of divorce. We both signed it, and essentially we ask you to approve it. Now, this language sort of is magical. You're going to need a provision in the divorce decree that actually grants the divorce. And here it says, it is ordered and decreed that, you'll insert the name of the petitioner, in this case Jane Doe, and the husband, John Doe, respondent, are divorced, and that the marriage between them is dissolved on the ground of insupportability, or it might be grounds of insupportability. Next, this could be child, this could be children. I noticed I didn't make this into bold. I'll do it now. There's a provision here, or this provision states that the court finds that there are no children of the marriage of the petitioner and none is expected. depending on the circumstances, this language might be a little different. You might have language in there, say, for example, there are kids, but they're all over 18. Then this language might be changed to read that the court finds that there are no children under the age of 18 entitled to support, and that none are expected. All right. In the next video, what we're going to do is we are going to take up the property division provisions of this decree, even though we're operating here under the assumption there is no property or very little property. And we have some provisions in here on the division of the debt. Again, these are very, very simple, basic provisions. The assumption here is that this is a simple, uncontested divorce with no children and very little property. All right, I'll see you next time.